I thought I'd just, walk you through the little journey that I go to get to the breakfast in my hotel, which is a super scrummy, if not slightly random breakfast due to COVID. It was supposed to be continental, but they have kind of everything at the moment. There we go. One cool thing about these doors is they've all got like a Beatles-inspired, like there's the number of the room, and then there's a sort of like John Lennon-looking silhouette, which I think is quite cool. So I've got my breakfast now, but I haven't buttered my toast yet, but I've got butter there ready to go. Hello, so I am out and about now. Yesterday we were going to go to the World Museum in Liverpool, and sorry for the sounds of traffic by the way. I am in a park which is surrounded by roads. The park itself is lovely, but the roads are very noisy. So we were supposed to be going to the World Museum yesterday, but we realised when we got there that it wasn't open on Mondays, but today is Tuesday. So we're going to have another try to see if we can go to the World Museum. I've heard very good things about it. It looks like an amazing building from the outside. So I'm just sitting here enjoying the sunshine, waiting for Molly to come, and eventually Iolar will join us as well. And then we will explore the World Museum together. The sun is bright. It is another very hot day. In other parts of the country, the Met Office has actually issued a amber weather warning, I think, for heat, which it's never done, ever. So that's kind of alarming. Like, good if you like hot weather, but also a little bit worrying. Anyway, I will let you know how the World Museum is when I get inside. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to film in there. I might not be, so sorry about that. But if I am, then I will film what I find interesting. So see you in a bit. Could this be? It's Molly! She's arrived! Shining in the sunlight. Are you warm, Molly?
I'm very warm.
Are you looking forward to explore the museum though?
It's to be cool in there as well.
I'm hoping it will be. Right, well, I guess we better get on then. Go exploring.
Hi!
Yes, I'm sure.
It's right above where we're gonna eat.
Is it?
Yeah, it actually is. Well, right beside technically if you go by doors.
Is it open though?
It's here and it's open.
Wait, this is our place for this evening.
That's a cute monkey on the window.
Because all we do is eat.
Yeah.
So we are just walking through Liverpool in the evening. I don't know why I keep saying Liverpool because this whole video is about Liverpool. It's not like I've gone to a different city now.
Through the city.
Hello, we're walking through Leicester now, guys. Oh wait, the water's that way. There's the Liver building. I'm sorry. I'm right. I was using my instincts. I was like,
they were right.
We need to find the Liver building without actually looking at a map. because everything has to be more complicated. But it wasn't complicated. I have found the Liver building just up there by using my instincts. But yeah,
She's certified Liverpudlian now.
Well, obviously. Iola, in your
Yes?
words, how would you summarise this exploration of this diverse cultured city?
I mean, in my experience, it's actually made me appreciate Liverpool more than I have in the past few months living here. Because Lottie's obviously coming here and trying to make the most out of her 2 days here. And I live here, I take it for granted a little bit. Even before I lived in the city, I lived in a couple half-hour away. And I'd come here every summer, every holiday when I was a kid. So I take it for granted. But yeah, there's so much to Liverpool that I take for granted. It's come and watch it. It's beautiful. Honestly, fantastic city. All things to do.
Don't just watch this video. Come to the city itself and eat amazing food and meet really friendly people. And look at all these. I mean, I say look at these buildings, and I'm just like roadworks. I've probably chosen like one of the.
You can see them in the background.
You can, and there's such. I kept saying it. I'm just astounded by the huge variety of architecture in this city. It's just. I mean, if you ignore. Let's like angle it this way. You can pretend there is.
Yeah.
Well, there's a cone there. I mean, they're just. It's fantastic. Yeah, we went to the World Museum today, as I said this morning. We went. I wasn't allowed to film in there, like, because they were worried about me accidentally filming children.
Wait, really? Was that the reason?
Yeah. But I mean, I did do some cheeky little films of like a few fish, because I'm sure the fish didn't mind.
No children or fish were harmed in making this video.
No. Here we. Oh my goodness. Right. Okay, if you ignore the. Basically, they're doing. Oh!
Yeah, it hits you.
If you ignore the roadworks they're doing and the busy road, if we turn around... You ready, Iola?
Yeah?
I'm gonna turn around and reveal what is behind us. Ta-da!
It's the Liver building!
Woo!
Liver, sorry.
Yes, we've made it to the Liver building, which is probably one of the most iconic buildings in Liverpool.
It has a bird on it.
It has got a bird. Yeah, there's a lot of buildings all the way along this street which are to do with the shipping industry. So I know that White Star Line has their headquarters around here. Interesting fact, White Star Line were the shipping company that built the iconic and famous, for the wrong reason sadly, ship Titanic, which of course sank on its way to the US. But yeah, their headquarters is just along this street, just around there if my memory serves correctly. But yep, we are at the Liver building, and I will now endeavour to film some nice shots of the building whilst I explain to you about its history and why there's a bird on the top. But yeah, we're having an awesome time.
Yeah?
How often do you see the Liver building? How often do you come to the dock?
Not actually that often. I always go to the other side of the docks, so I don't actually get to see the Liver building up close that often. Not since you've been here, basically.
Well,
nice.
I'm glad.
I get to learn about the history of the birds looking at us.
And then I have like zero luck in my research. And I'm like, there's a bird because of the bird. They were like, what can we put on top of this building?
A bird.
A bird.
What about the other building? Another bird.
The Grade 1 listed Liver building, designed by Walter Aubrey Thomas, was essentially a very grand office block built for the Royal Liver Group, and its 15 floors were designed to make space for roughly 6,000 employees. Construction began in 1908, and the building was opened 3 years later in 1911. Interestingly, the building was the first in the world to be made of reinforced concrete, although its facade is made of granite. The Liver building stands proud over the River Mersey, and forms one of the Three Graces, alongside of the Port of Liverpool building and the Cunard building. Also, at 322 feet tall, it became Europe's first skyscraper. At 25 feet in diameter, the clock faces of the Liver building are bigger than the ones on the clock tower at the Houses of Parliament in London, otherwise known as Big Ben. Now, finally getting to those birds. The Liver bird has been the emblem for the city of Liverpool for more than 800 years. It is believed that the symbol originated when King John was given a royal charter to register Liverpool as a borough in 1207. He used a special seal to distinguish documents, and so he chose a bird to feature as part of his crest, and this eventually became the bird that was part of Liverpool's coat of arms, the Liver bird, According to the Liverpool Echo, the two birds are named Bella and Bertie, but nobody knows where the names originate from. Bella looks out to sea to ensure boats arrive safely into port, while Bertie keeps his watchful eye on the city, protecting the citizens of Liverpool. The birds are made from copper and stand 18 feet tall, and have a wingspan of 24 feet. The word Mersey is probably Old English in origin. Over the centuries since it first gained its name, the Mersey marked the border between the counties of Lancashire in the north and Cheshire in the south. The river is renowned for its ferries, and the first ferry service began all the way back in the 13th century, run by monks from Birkenhead Priory. From the 17th century onwards, industry on the River Mersey expanded at a phenomenal rate, with mills and factories dotted all along the banks of the river. However, due to this industrial boom, large amounts of waste were simply dumped straight into the Mersey, causing the river to become one of the most polluted rivers in Europe. Nevertheless, more recently, efforts to clean up the river have succeeded, enabling a wealth of sea life to return to the estuary, such as salmon, squid, and cuttlefish.
We are right on the water's edge in the evening. The sun is literally setting over the Mersey right now, and it is beautiful. And behind me, I have a banana lamb. There's several all along here, and apparently there was loads all dotted through Liverpool.
There still is. There's still quite a few in Liverpool. You can spot them in random places, all with different designs. The original design was yellow. It's just an art project that started off between other parts of the UK, and I think different people just design different ones and discard them in Liverpool. The original one is yellow though. It's supposed to be like, as the name implies, it's a Superlambanana. So it's a lamb and a banana. That's actually kind of tied to Liverpool's history, because lambs and bananas were once quite a common
Import?
Yeah, import. Like quite a common thing they'd bring into the docks. And yes, it's just adorable. I just love seeing them all over the place. They're really cute. But yeah, it's like a proper artsy thing.
Like it. Love a bit of art.
Earlier on in my sunset walk, I came across this incredibly moving statue, which is a memorial to those who suffered and died during the Liverpool Blitz. What struck me is how the little boy is playing with an aeroplane. It's very ominous knowing that he's playing with the same thing that may have brought destruction to so much that he loved. Moreover, when you look up, the plane in his hand mirrors the liver birds behind him. It was a powerful image. Because its docks provided the control centre for the Battle of the Atlantic, Liverpool was subject to over 80 air raids, most of which were during May 1941, causing 2,500 people to be killed and 11,000 homes to be completely destroyed. However, from this devastation, the city rose again, rebuilding and redefining what kind of city Liverpool was. Over the years, it has blended new modern architecture with its rich heritage and has become a melting pot of cultures. It is now a hugely diverse city in so many ways. Yes, it has had a difficult and turbulent past, but it also has so much to be proud of too. And I really think that this city is a city looking to the future. However, handbrake turn, what does one need after a hard day of being a tourist? That's right, of course, it's a spot of bowling. What could be better? However, if bowling isn't for you, then Liverpool boasts a huge variety of places for your perfect night out, from swanky waterfront bars to clubs and comedy venues, and even, as we came across later, a late-night crazy golf place.
Slightly lighter. Help, I'm not that good.
You're a master. Morning! So, oh my. You can tell when you haven't actually spoken much. You know when you don't realise that you've not really said anything, you've just been like, silent. Then you eat your food and you're still silent, and then suddenly you're like, hello! Good morning! Yeah, that's how I was feeling for a second. Excuse me, I'll start that again. Good morning! This is the last morning I've got in Liverpool before I go and get my train home this afternoon. And sadly it's my last moments in the strawberry fields room, which will stay with me forever. Even though you might be seeing that backwards. And I have a message from Iola just this second. I will miss this room so much, mainly just because who doesn't want walls covered in strawberries? It's lovely. I like it so much. I am covered in sun cream, ready to face the day. Hopefully we're going to go to the Liverpool Museum just for like a couple of hours because I do have to get my train later. But we had an amazing evening last night. We had this fantastic curry at this Indian restaurant called Mowgli's. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Yeah, that was amazing. I had some of the best food I have ever had there. That was so good, especially the starter was amazing. I think it was called like gunpowder chicken or something they called it, but it was so good. You know when you eat something and you put it in your mouth and you're like, oh, what is this dreamy substance that I am now consuming? It was just phenomenal. Yeah, if you're ever in Liverpool, I would suggest that Indian restaurant. It is so good. And then we decided to go look at the Liver building, and we went to the Mersey just as the sun was setting, which was so beautiful. There was ships going by, and there was this guy jet skiing, which is cool. And there were so many people just hanging out and chilling and riding bikes and sort of like roller skating. There was a lot of people roller skating. Skateboarding as well, and people playing football. It just had such a nice vibe, you know, and the sun was setting and it all looked beautiful. And then we were like, what haven't we done in a while? So we went bowling. I won one game, Iola won the other game, so we are all even. But you know, I was still incredibly competitive. Like if I had my way, I would have won both games, but she was just too good, so I have to concede. And then after that, we were just wandering around enjoying the city at night time. Anyway, I better go. I shall see you in a minute.
Random musical break time! These red pianos are dotted throughout Liverpool 1 and encourage passers-by to tickle the ivories. I was too shy to play one at first, but knowing that I would regret it if I didn't, I decided to cast away my inhibitions and have a quick play before we had to walk to the train station. Before I knew it, I was heading back to the train station and saying goodbye to Iola. My final morning had sped by so quickly and I had several hours on the train to look forward to. One thing is for certain though, I will definitely be coming back to Liverpool. And perhaps maybe, after you watch this video, and the one before, please check out part 1 if you haven't seen it, you might consider going to Liverpool too, and I guess I'll see you there. If you enjoyed this video, then please let me know by hitting the thumbs up button. And if you would like to see more of me, then I highly recommend subscribing. Thank you again and see you next time.